Hi, boys. Welcome back to another episode of the Fellowship of the Fleek Fantasy Football Podcast. Tonight, I am being joined by Chase. All right, you're up, boy.
How's it going, guys?
Um, so I feel like I haven't even talked to you in a long time, man. So this is like an actual honest, just catching up with you. But I think like how we've been doing like the photos and stuff. I think instead of starting off with just like month by month, I think I want to just start like with what's been going on with you just very recently, and then we can kind of go on with the like whole year since till now. So I guess like in the short term, like how have you been?
Good, man. Just finishing up my project at work. Hopefully get out of the Riverside area coming up, and then just kind of seeing what I want to do coming up. Well, um, yeah, just surviving summer and the heat and everything. But
I feel like this summer has been like the mildest summer of the last like couple years. I don't know if you feel the same way in Austin or not.
yeah, I think last year was brutal. Um, I still, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just tired of the heat in general for how long it is, but yeah.
hmm And do you have an idea where your next project might be?
Yeah, they have a couple. They never tell us until like the week before. I mean, it could be basically it's like St. Elmo, so it's like South Austin or Northwest Austin. Um, but I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to stay with the company or what I want to do. So
Or come to mind?
I know that's always an option.
It is always an
So we'll
option.
see.
You just the only stipulation is you have to go through me and not Nathan.
Yeah, that's yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean we're always looking for
That'd be
good
the
people.
ultimate betrayal.
No, man, if you do
That'd be,
that, I'm gonna sabotage you in the fantasy league. Like secretly, I'll
yeah,
just
you're just gonna kick me out.
lower points like manually. You won't even notice, and yeah,
You're gonna give me just a bunch of keepers that are just garbage that aren't even playing anymore.
yeah, I'll do something that's for sure. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, so okay, well, hopefully one day maybe we'll be coworkers, but we'll see.
yeah, man.
All right, so I guess with that, maybe we'll go ahead and get into our just catching up with the fellowship segment. So I'll have you go first, and I'll click, and then you can let me know like when you're ready for the next photo afterward. So I guess start off just telling us like the month first that the photo is from,
Yeah,
and then whatever kind of you want to share.
cool. Yeah, this was January. They were celebrating I think 3 years of our church being started. So it was just with all the families. And I started going to this one like a year and a half ago. But yeah, really enjoying it. Great people, a lot of cool,
Is this
a lot
you
of cool
right?
families.
Is this is that you right here?
Yeah, like yeah, I think so. Let me see. Yeah, I'm like over there. Yep,
Nice.
me and Cynthia.
So you were there pretty
So
much almost from the beginning.
pretty early on, yeah. It's grown pretty quick. So
Nice.
uh, yeah,
It looks like
go
there's
to
a
the
lot of
next one.
kids. I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the first churches that I've been to that's like a younger church, but also has some old people. And it's cool because like during the church service, like the kids are in the service too, but they're like I've never been distracted by the kids because they're not like screaming and they're not letting the kids just run wild. They were like really well behaved.
Nice. And it's just like a usual just Sunday service, and then do you do anything like during the week there too?
Yeah, like once a month they get like a men's night and it's just like a Bible study and then cigars, um, some whiskey, just hanging out and I mean they have a lot of events that we do. We just actually found a new property because we've been renting from like this disabled adult center. So we found like our own property and it's gonna be able to like renovate the church that's already there. So it's kind of there's some guys that are in construction there, so we all get to kind of work on it together.
Nice. So the picture is that from the place you guys were renting, or is that the newer place?
That's the renting place. So it's nice, but it's hard because you're working with people that like um like we're renting from people that may not like us totally, or it's just, it's not your own space, so you can't really like make any kind of renovations or anything.
Yeah, and you're not in control of like when you can be there. Like you're
Exactly.
on someone else's
Yeah.
schedule. Yeah, cool.
Right.
All right.
So this one's actually skipping ahead a bit, but I think this is April. I went to a conference with my dad up in Georgetown. Um, Christian conference, but got to spend a lot of time with my dad, which is cool. Um, yeah, heard some good speakers and
What
stuff
was
like
the
that.
like conference about? I've never really heard of like a religious conference. Really, like.
Yeah, it was like you're um kind of just like seeing like where we are in our time, um, how to like, build good communities. Because sometimes I feel like some of these churches are so like, hey, it's flashing lights and it's just like you never really get to know that many people.
Hmm.
Um, and it's like, building a community, kind of what you want to see, um, the way forward on that.
So who is like putting the conference up, or who's like runs it?
This was like a pastor up in Georgetown, but they had some guys that are from, um, they have like kind of a community up in Utah, some guys from Tennessee. There's some guys like Calvin Robinson. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He was there. He's like a guy that's over he's from England and he's kind of dealt with some of the stuff that's been going on there. So he's kind of telling us about that.
Mm.
But yeah.
So is it like under a specific denomination, or is it just like general Christianity, and then you kind of see their
Yeah.
specific things that you like or don't like, and then you just go based on that, or?
Yeah. I mean, they have like one talk. I mean, not one talk, but it's like talks all day and you can go to what you want to. But it's like a denomination is reformed. So it's both Baptist or Presbyterian, which just they don't differ a whole lot, but kind of everyone's at least like it's not like Catholic people really. It's
Yeah,
not, you know, um, other faiths or anything like that.
yeah, cool.
So this one's cool. This is a group that has been meeting for 25 years. I just started going because I met a guy from this church that I go to, but it's not like a religious group, but it's like a men's book club, and they started 25 years ago from this meeting back in February. And they meet every single month. And like the guy that's standing up right there, he's like in his 70s, and he only missed, I think, one time because he he like had an accident and like chopped off his middle finger. So it was the only time that he didn't make it in 25 years. But it's pretty cool. It's a bunch of guys, and it's cool seeing like their mindset, being older guys about like different literature, and so we read a different book every month.
And so this is not religious at all. This is literally just a book club.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, we got like some Christian guys, some atheist guys. I think like a Jewish guy there. Yeah, it's just kind of friends that they all had like a desire to discuss books with other guys in Austin, and so found each other.
So how many books have you done with this group now?
Let's see, one, two, probably about seven.
Oh wow.
I missed
And
a couple months.
how
Yeah,
much time was that you did 7 books?
that would have been like 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I missed like two, so I've probably been going for like 9 months.
What were like your three favorite books out of those seven, and like what were they about?
We read one called so you get basically to nominate a book and people vote on it for the next like 2 months out of it. So um there's a cool Japanese one, really depressing, but it was good. It's called Shipwrecks. So we read in February. Um, Kind of a cool view of like what Japanese like what life was like pre-modern kind of time. Um, Another one that I liked, I recommended one called Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis. It's like a retelling of a Greek myth in kind of a different way. So really interesting kind of um, like story that he kind of came up with. And then my brother actually goes there as well. So he had one that was about a literature professor in like the 20s. It was the book was called Stoner, not anything drug related, but that's just the guy's name. And that was a good one too.
Cool. Was it like hard to get into a group? I feel like a group that's been meeting for 25 years would be probably like, pretty selective on who they want to let in.
Yeah, I think they like approach people that like they think would have a desire to like read. And I've been in like another online group that we've been just like really flying through some books.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, the coolest thing about it is like, you know, their rules is like if you want to say something, you need to like basically kind of force your way in to talk. It's not like if you start talking and they're not just going to be like, "Oh, Chase, what do you have to say?" It's like, "No, like force your way in here to be loud enough to be confident enough to talk about what you're wanting to talk about." So, it's been cool.
Nice. I don't know if you have seen some of the other episodes, and I don't know whose episode I talked about it on, but I've been trying to get more into reading this year, and so I've read two books this year, which is like more than probably the last 10 years combined.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I might be asking you for some like recommendations and stuff. I have a
Would you
pretty
would you read?
I read the first book I read was called Trading Game, which was an autobiography of this British economist that I
Oh,
kind of
okay.
found through like social media that kind of like liked a lot of his economic messages, and he had an interesting story about how he ended up in the world of investment banking.
Mhm.
So I read that, and it was good. And then I had always wanted, or I mean not always, but once I watched Dune, I like had a desire to read the book. So I read the
Yeah.
first Dune book, and I liked it. I was actually surprised by how much, like, I was expecting to like the book a lot more than the movies, and I don't feel
Hmm.
like I liked the book. Like, I feel like they did such a good job adapting the movies that it didn't feel like so much was skipped or missed that was like amazing. Like, I feel like they got all the most important parts. So I was kind of like almost a little bit let down, but I enjoyed reading it. Like, I'm excited to read Dune Messiah, but I'm gonna wait till like a couple months before the movie is gonna come out, and then I'll read that.
Dude, the one thing I feel like, so I haven't read Dune Messiah, but I've read Dune. I think the one thing that I felt like they kind of flubbed up a little bit on was like the Chani relationship
Hmm.
because it wasn't like as antagonistic
Yeah,
like towards the end. Like she understands like kind of what he
what he's
has to
doing.
do in terms, yeah, like why, yes, it's not like it's ultimate betrayal or anything like that.
Yeah,
But I mean, I love the Dune movies. They were really well done.
yeah. I remember
So,
seeing a clip talking about that specifically, and I remember like I watched it before reading the book, so I didn't have the context at that point, but they described that the relationship in the book was a lot more like she would just go along with whatever Paul kind of was saying or doing and just kind of filling her role. And they felt that in like today's audiences wouldn't really like a female lead like that. So they wanted her to like be more strong and like stand up for like what she wants almost and like just push back more. And what they were saying in the video is that's how she is, but like later on in the series, and not so much at this point. So they were kind of justifying it by saying they're kind of just starting that part of her character at an earlier time, which,
gotcha. That makes
yeah.
sense.
But I agree. I mean, I saw that clip and then I read the book, so I was obviously like expecting to see that, and I did. I mean, I
Hmm.
think they were right. Like, and I agree. And what you said, I agree with that too. Like, she wasn't happy that he went to go marry Princess Irulan, but like she wasn't like super mad about it, like
Right.
in the movie. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think they did a great job with the movie. So I enjoyed reading the book. Um, right now I'm kind of on a pause on books because Vinland Saga just ended like last month. And so I started a reread of that so I could just read through the whole thing and read the end and just like have that whole thing in one go. And right now I'm on book 9. So I think I started the reread like probably about a month ago, maybe less. because I'm
Hmm.
trying to read it as fast as I can. So I'm on book 9, and I have on my shelf up to 14. And then I think after 14, there's probably like 2 volumes worth of manga that's not like released in physical yet. So I'll just read that
Mm,
online and then buy it once it comes out. But
nice.
um, but yeah, so I have a lot of stuff I want to read. And yeah, I'll definitely be hitting you up and talking to you about books
For sure.
because I feel like I used to really enjoy reading, and then I really got out of it, and I'm excited to like get back into it.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I was the same way. Like before, like last year, I was not reading. I was reading like maybe a book every 2 years or something, like nothing much.
You were reading
And
a
so,
fair bit when we were living together, I feel. Is that not true?
yeah. Oh, you know what? I mean, I was reading, I was reading Stephen King
Yeah,
a
you were reading
lot.
a lot of Stephen King at that time. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was about it. So it wasn't really like a broad view of, of literature, but
Hmm.
still, I mean, entertaining.
Yeah. I know
Um,
Tyler and Pram are really into literature, so if you're ever,
Nice.
curious about their thoughts on random books and stuff, Pram is looking to go into literature like for his major, so he's like really into that stuff.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get him to read Stoner. He's gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is crazy because like when he talks about books, he's just like when I read a book, I'm just like this is a fun story, and he's like more like
This is a book.
analyzing. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
analyzing the book like for like all this stuff, and I'm just like that's a fun story. Like that's like our levels of reading, but yeah. All right. Oh, I accidentally clicked an accident, but I think it was good timing. So,
Yeah. So this was what's this? This would have been May. With Cynthia and my parents, went to go visit them, and we went to there is a cigar lounge up in Frisco that they won like the best cigar lounge in the country.
wow.
Um, which is surprising, really cool. But the way they did it is they like got this cigar company called Atabay to finance like renovations they were doing. So like their whole lounge area, like their kind of bar area is like looks like a airplane fuselage, like kind of like older airplane lounge kind of look. So it's really cool. It would be an awesome place if we ever
To
had an
do a draft.
in-person draft,
Oh,
dude.
dude, I would love to. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I think it's tough. I talked about this with another episode, another person, but it's like if you can't get everyone in person, like, is it worth it? Because
That's
I
fine.
feel like it's like if someone's not there, I feel like it completely changes like the way you have to do it in a
Mm-hmm.
way that almost makes it not worth it. But I mean, the only thing is like everybody has like some reason, like everyone can make a reason to go to Dallas, I think,
Mm-hmm.
except for really Joji. Like Joji would kind of have to go out of his way to meet us up in Dallas. Like he doesn't have any family or anything like that there. Not to say
Yeah.
that, I don't think he would, but it's just like it would be he'd have the I would guess the hardest path to get there. Like like Nathan, me, Mason are in Houston, and we all have friends or family up there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Prem he talked about in his episode, but he wants to go to UNT, so he may already be up there.
Yeah.
And then Tyler's in California, but his family's in McKinney. So it's like everyone
Oh,
else
nice.
has like a reason that they could go to Dallas for, to kind of make it worth it with the timing and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see next year. Talk to Joji, plan it out. We have to maybe make it a little bit more of just a draft, like make it a whole weekend or something where we just kind of all hang
Yeah.
out. That'd be fun. But yeah, I would love
Well,
that.
the extra plus there too is they have some Cowboys players that are like their big members there. They have like
Oh.
a back room for them and stuff. So, yeah.
Speaking of, have you been watching the documentary on Netflix?
No, dude, I need to. Is it good?
I'm enjoying it a lot, man. It's really well made. I was talking to Jesse about it in our like, oh no, I think yeah, in the same chat with you actually. I forgot you're in there too, but
Yeah.
like at first I was like, I don't want to watch this because I know this is just what Jerry wants, like to get publicity on some like heyday bullshit and like milk and get more money. But like I think, and it obviously is that for sure. Like he's gonna make a bunch of money off of it, or he's already made a bunch of money off of it. But I think just like seeing a lot of the first-hand accounts of like the stuff that happened back then that we were just born, so like we don't really know, like was really cool. And I think there's a lot of information that I wouldn't have not known otherwise, having not watched it. Um,
Mhm.
and I think it's worth it. I mean, I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm 3 episodes in so far, and I think it's like it's just a really good watch. Um,
Nice. I'll have to check it out.
yeah. Um, our next one.
Yeah. So this was in July. Um, it I'm in this kind of like Christian fitness group that's it's kind of nationwide. It's just like getting physically fit, getting um like good with at shooting, good, just kind of masculinity type stuff. And so they had a Texas meetup and I had just kind of joined the group and they're like, "Hey, we're meeting this weekend up in like west of Fort Worth, somewhere in the middle of nowhere." And I was like, "Okay, let's see how it goes." And I went there, man. It was freaking awesome. Like they had a couple like ex-military guys there, and so they were showing like having us. It was just basically a range day the whole day, but they were showing us different drills of like how to shoot. Um, we did some like competitions in terms of like you. One of the drills was like you and another guy would race. You'd sprint around like 50 yards, come back, pick up like a ammo can and a kettlebell, and then sprint around again, and then drop it off and sprint around again. It was just who could win, and so you're getting gassed by the end of it. And then the other one, they were showing us kind of like um, he was teaching us how to kind of do some medical stuff, and then like do like a fireman's carry with some guys. So basically, he'd say like what do you say like enemy, 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 or something like that. So you turn around, you unholster your pistol, shoot 6 targets, and then put it back in your holster, pick up your guy by a farmer's carry, run 50 yards, pick up an AR, and then run back and shoot 6 targets. And you had like a order to do it in. And man, it was so hot and you're so gassed. You're like shooting out of the wrong order. Like you can't remember what he's saying. Like you think you're like on it. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, because he had seen some combat and he's like, that's the thing is like, they'll tell you like, hey, it's shoot at the red door and you'll be shooting at the blue door because you're just like so out of it because you're just like, you know, on adrenaline. But it was a great day, some really cool dudes. Um, but yeah,
Nothing
mentioning
goes
also,
together quite like Christianity and shooting guns.
yeah, man. Start off with the psalm, start shooting after.
That's so funny, man. I mean, it's cool that you're into that kind of stuff. I could never see myself doing something like that, but that's cool, man.
Dude, it'd take like one time and you'd be like, this is awesome. No,
Yeah.
but dude, have you seen that movie Warfare?
I did. It sounds like yeah. Yeah, I did see the movie Warfare. What do you want to talk about it?
Did you like it or
Not
no?
really.
Oh my gosh, man. It was so well done. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
okay. Here's my thing. If you told me going in, okay, Warfare is just like a how I describe it, just like a reenactment of an actual battle sequence, or sequence is the right word, like an actual like battle that happened in this war. I'd be like, okay, cool. But like, it didn't feel like a movie. Like, I didn't feel like there was like a
Mhm.
plot and like an arc and like there's
I
like not really a
so
story. It was just like it was like the most realistic reenactment of something that actually happened. And if that's what you like, if that's what it was supposed to be, it was great at that. But it didn't feel like I was watching a movie, and that was my only really complaint.
no, I got you. And I think that's definitely like if you're looking for a plot movie, it's not a plot movie at all. And it's just like, I mean, part of it was kind of like interesting because you're like, man, this whole thing was so meaningless. Like,
Yeah,
what were they actually even really doing there, you know?
yeah.
But I didn't realize it was I mean, I wasn't a really big fan of the Civil War movie just because I don't know, it's like war journalists kind of all about themselves. But it was the guy that like I guess had directed like their shooting scene there, like the
Oh,
whole military scene. And so the director was like, "Hey, man, um, do you have a story you want to tell?" Which maybe not a story, but he wanted to do a reenactment. So
yeah, yeah,
that's
and
what he
like,
did.
yeah, I think I think it was super realistic. I think the they did a good job of like showing it being like a really shitty like thing and that no one really wants to do. And the sound was insane. Like I was like jumping out of my seat from just the sound alone. Um, but yeah, so those are
Yeah, it
my
was
thoughts on
random, but
Warfare.
it's cool. This is March rodeo in Austin. Got to see Charlie Crockett um, perform, which is pretty cool. And the rodeo is always great. Not as crazy as the Houston rodeo,
Where
but
is the Austin Rodeo at? At?
uh, it's kind of like east, almost to like Manor, but still in Austin city limits. Kind of the middle of nowhere.
Hmm. Okay, that's cool.
So yeah. Um, so me and my brother, it was my grandmother's 90th, um, in July.
She doesn't look
So
90.
I know, man, it's
She
insane
looks
that
like
she's like,
70
she
something.
still drives, like
That's
not far, like she drives like just down the street to the pizza store or whatever, but it's crazy. She's just like 90 years old and still moving around.
I didn't realize. Is your brother taller than you?
He is. Yeah, he is taller than me. He's 6'4",
Damn.
and I'm sitting here at 6. So,
That's cool.
but it's
Was
cool.
there
He just started working in construction like in January, so we've got to work on some projects together, which is cool.
nice? And her birthday was good, and like anything. What'd you guys do for her birthday? I guess.
We just had like a meal, and then I made like a long slideshow that had a bunch of like basically she had lived in Japan for a while and Taiwan on different
What the heck? What
kind
were
of.
the? What was the reason for that? Of a,
So her husband was in the Air Force, so it was during the Korean War,
is
I
this
guess,
like
or
her
kind of like
husband that
around that
wasn't
time.
your grandpa, or like?
Yeah, no, no, this is my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, did she
yeah,
remarry?
I,
Like,
I
what's
said
going?
that weird. No, but yeah, yeah, my grandfather. But it was like my mom like grew up most of her elementary school in Taiwan, which is wild.
That's crazy. Does she
So
know Taiwanese?
no, I mean they were on the
They were just
base.
on
I
the
think
base the
they
whole
probably
time.
learned some language. Well, they learned some language and they like interacted with us a lot, but like not enough to like actually
Yeah,
probably learn the language.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Nice. And she's still doing well, I hope, or I'm guessing.
yeah, yeah. She's gonna keep going. We'll celebrate in 10 years at her 100, hopefully. So,
Nice. Well, that's good.
and this last one is just last week. I went to Seaside with the family, my brother and his
Nice.
girlfriend, and then me and Cynthia. Dude,
Nice.
Seaside, if you ever get a chance, any of the panhandle of Florida is gorgeous.
Yeah, we
So,
I haven't been to the Panhandle, but I've obviously been to Miami quite a bit to visit like Vicky's family, in-laws and stuff, and then I'm just looking at where Seaside is, but
it's
oh,
kind
I
of by
see.
Destin.
Yeah, but then we
Yeah.
also have been to Naples area, which is on like the Gulf side, it's on like the west coast of Florida, but not Panhandle. It's like basically just like where Miami is, and you just like go to the other side. Um, but yeah, I feel like I haven't seen a bad beach in Florida yet.
Dude, it's the state with the best beaches,
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. So
So,
that's nice. And
cool.
then did you? How long were you out there, and like what'd you guys do while you were there? Just like chill at the beach and like eat food, and that's it.
Chill at the beach, eat food, had some, tropical drinks, went on some bike rides and stuff, but just spent time together. And then it's a cool little like town area. And then Saturday before we flew out, we were getting in line for like breakfast, me and Cynthia, because my parents had already left, my brother had already left. And Russell Brand and his family walked up to get in line behind me.
That's crazy. Is he like? Did he get canceled? Can't remember. I feel like he did something bad like at some point, somewhat recently,
No,
but I don't remember
I
what it
think he
was.
kind of like I think he had like kind of like a I mean his lifestyle was so crazy for a while. And then now he's kind of like trying to
If I search
he's married
Russell
now and
Brand,
got kids.
I see Russell Brand Seaside, Florida as like a common search.
I guess so. I don't
I
know.
think he
Maybe he's
lives
doing stuff
there.
there. Yeah, he does. They went they vacation there and then they're like, we're just gonna live here now. I was like, that's freaking crazy.
What the heck? That's crazy.
he had a chow chow that was in a wheelchair. It's the craziest thing.
Oh yeah, I've done some googling. Yeah, there's some bad stuff potentially around him, but yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's cool. A random question, but how long have you and your brother been with your girlfriends at this point?
So I'm at 2 years, and then I think he's similar
Nice,
time.
cool. Do you? Yeah, okay, nice. Anything else from the last 6 months that you didn't cover in a photo?
No, man, I'm just I mean, ready for UT football to start back up.
Yes, sir. That first
So
game is gonna be hyped.
that's this weekend, right?
Is it?
I think it's this weekend.
Oh man, I
Unless
need.
maybe it's
No, it probably is. I feel like I don't know what's going on until things have actually started. Yeah, it is definitely this weekend at 11 a.m.
man, that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, I
So
don't remember this being the case, but on Google it shows us as being currently ranked number one. I didn't think that we
yeah,
were going in as one.
I
So I
wish we
guess,
weren't, but we are.
yeah.
Dude, I was at a bachelor party the other couple weekends ago, and it was real chill bachelor party, but it was all Aggies, and so they were putting on they were just like had Netflix on at like the end of the night on that documentary that's like the rival one on
I'm not
Netflix,
sure. I don't
and
know
it
that.
was I don't remember what it was called, but it was like they were looking at like Ole Miss and Mississippi State, and they're looking at Texas A&M and the Longhorns, and it was just great to be in the same room because we won that game and they lost it.
Is
They
it
cut it off before the end of it. They're like, "We know how this is." I was like, "Yeah,
the one from like 2013 or the one from last year?
one from last year."
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was funny, like I was like randomly scrolling on Instagram and I saw this like post that like my friend from work who's an Aggie like liked. Like you sometimes you see the likes and it's like liked by and you see like the person's name that you follow.
Mhm.
And it was that, and it was like something A&M related. I was like, oh, let me see what this is. And it was something about how like hyped their like walkout was for the game, like against us last year. And I was like,
It's
you guys lost
loud.
the game. Like, why are you
I
talking?
know.
Why are you like making a post about how cool your walkout was to a game that you lost?
I know, man. It's
And I
crazy.
I like messaged him. I was like, bro, why are you liking this shit? It's embarrassing.
Dude, we're in an industry that is so overwhelmingly Aggie.
I
It's
know.
so great. We can never lose a game, Michael. We can never lose a game.
I know, but it's yeah, yeah. The thing is, on the now that I'm on like the tech side, it doesn't like I don't feel it as much, but yeah, yeah, it's definitely a thing. I'm trying to think of. Oh,
We still got Nathan, right?
yeah, we still got Nathan, but Nathan is like, how do I describe Nathan? Nathan just like he doesn't sad if the Aggies lose. He's just kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then if they win, he's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. Like
Yeah.
he's not
He's not
like
obnoxious about it.
no, he's not
Yeah.
obnoxious about it at all. Yeah. Um, yeah. And then uh anything you're looking forward to specifically this year of fantasy? Any like ways you're gonna approach this league differently than last year? Any
Well, I'm
thoughts
glad
on
that
the
I'm going to
rules?
actually I'm glad that I'm going to be able to draft instead of being during that rehearsal dinner, so that'll be good. And I'm just looking to make it to the playoffs without some BS rule.
Shin's gonna like that, except I don't think he's gonna watch this, so he's not gonna see that. But that's funny. Yeah, I guess what are your feelings about the where you how you were on that side of the fence where you got to sneak into the playoffs? Like, how did that feel?
I mean, I enjoyed it because it just meant I got to play a little longer. But I mean, it was such a crazy. I did not do good last season, so
Yeah, but I mean. The thing is, like, you snuck in, but then you ended up winning the first two playoff games, so then you ended up having a chance to win the whole thing.
I know, which is crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw, but we added the vote to revert that rule won, so it's going to be more normal rules this year. But now what I'm hoping is that you get the sixth seed off wins, and like Shin is like doesn't make the playoffs, but like had more points. That'll just be like the
Yeah,
best thing. uh,
just missed it by that much. And
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, cool. So I think with that we can go back and I can kind of talk about what I've been up to. So, for
yeah, man.
me, I've just picked like 1 month since. So each episode I've picked a month. So this one is this month, so August. So, um, I randomly just had like a like I want to bake brownies moment. So then I texted my family about it, and then we all decided to make brownies, and we did like a little like brownie baking contest.
Nice.
Um, but like,
British Bake Off over here.
yeah, the picture doesn't look that great, but I think they turned out pretty good. The problem is, I think the only one in my family who likes nuts in their brownies. So I made
Mm,
them with nuts, and then I got the lowest rating because nobody likes nuts. And I guess also maybe my brownies weren't that great in their opinion, but I liked them. I thought they were really good. Um,
that's good.
and so yeah, I don't really bake often, but it is something I like to do. I think I cook a lot more often than I bake.
Well, did your wife enjoy them? That's all that matters, right?
She also doesn't like nuts, so
Oh,
yeah.
failed.
So she would like eat. She was eating. I mean, she said the parts without nuts she liked. So yeah.
Yeah,
This is so. My sister-in-law, she came to visit us, and she wanted to go to this dumpling house in Katy, and so she just like picked it and we went. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was really good. It was like one of those places where you walk in and like I think this is the thing I noticed about like Houston is like really good restaurants like of a certain ethnicity. I feel like you'll see a lot of people like of that ethnicity, but then you'll see a lot of just like everyone there. And I feel like
yeah.
that's usually a sign that it's like a really good place. That's also like
So,
everyone kind of knows
yeah,
about it, but then like you still when you still see like, you know, Asian people there too, you're like, okay, like this is legit. Like the food I thought was really good. And I don't really usually ever like get just dumplings. Like if I'm
sure.
going to like a Chinese place, I'm most likely ordering some kind of rice dish. Dumplings is not
Mhm.
what I go for. And they had like this like one of the pan seared ones that was really good. So yeah, the food was really good.
Nice.
Um, I don't know if you saw, but part of my volunteering thing that I started a couple months ago, and then this earlier this month, Jordan said he wanted to go karting. So we
Nice.
actually did kind of a cool thing. So his older brother is also in the program and has like
Uh-huh.
his own big brother, and so we did a joint hangout where the four of us all went go karting together. And it was a lot of fun. So um, I didn't do that well. I feel
Awesome,
like
man.
I've been go-karting a few times, and this one was indoor, and I feel like I do a lot better on the outdoor ones. I feel like the indoor ones, like I just find myself like spinning out way more, um,
Yeah,
from trying to go too fast. So yeah, I didn't perform very well, but it was fun. And he had a good time. We went to Rudy's afterward, got some barbecue, so it was a good day.
that's awesome. Has that been going well?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Yeah.
it's a little like tough just because like we're still getting to know each other, but
Hmm.
I think he's a good kid, and I think we get along well. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to like hang out with him and kind of see how I can like help him out, like with what's
That's
going
awesome,
on and
dude.
stuff. Yeah. Uh, so I just so I just like was like, oh, I want to make steaks, and so
Hmm.
for my wedding, one of my coworkers, he like we didn't have a registry, we just had like the just help us out with our honeymoon, but he
Hmm.
specifically was like, I want to get you like this like really nice cast iron pan. I don't remember
Nice.
the brand, but it's like made in Texas by like some like it's like a really nice high quality cast iron pan. And so
That's great.
he had been asking me a few times like, "Have you cooked anything on it? Have you cooked anything on it?" I felt bad like being like, "No, I haven't cooked anything on it yet." And so I finally used his pan and I made some steaks. So I have like there's a filet mignon on the top left and then a ribeye on the bottom right. I like ribeye
Nice.
and then Vicky likes the filet. She doesn't like chunks of fat. Whereas like I
Yeah,
love that. I love the chunks of fat. Like, when you get them crispy,
dude. That's
bro, it's the best
I
part.
feel like that's such like a guy and girl thing. Like girls love fillets because they don't like the fats, but man, a ribeye when you get it's like candy.
It is,
Like
bro.
you eat candy.
So yeah, the steaks turned out really well. And
That's awesome, dude.
yeah. Um, so this was actually just literally this past weekend. I planned this kind of glamping trip at Big Bend. With the
Uh,
primary reason was I had like wanted to show Vicky like the stars, like like out in the middle of nowhere where you can really like see them. And so that's what we did. So there was like three other couples that went with us too, and we had these little domes that you can see, and they were like fully
mhm.
AC, and like they had really nice bed. Like I think the bed in there was better than like our bed at home. And
Wow.
they had these like windows in the ceiling so you could like look up at the stars at night, which was what they advertised, but it wasn't like practically that great because the surface or like material of that window was kind of like a hard plastic almost. So it kind of warped
Mm.
like your visual through. It wasn't glass. So
Yeah, I gotcha.
you couldn't see through it so well that you could just like see the stars. Like it's basically kind of warped. So you
Mm.
couldn't really like in my opinion like look at the stars in from the bed. Like you had to go outside to look at them, but I mean that's fine, you know. It was still a great experience, and like I would totally go back. They had the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen in a campsite. Like
That's
like
awesome.
they were like Bucky's level clean restrooms, bro. It was insane. And then the shower they
Dude,
had
I'm gonna
out.
have to get the info
Yeah,
from
yeah. It
you.
was
Sounds
this place
awesome.
called the Summit at Big Bend. So if you look that up,
Okay.
you'll find it. Um, and yeah, it was really good. I think I took a picture on my other camera of like the night sky and with the stars and stuff. So I'll just open that picture up on the side so you can see it. But here's a picture at night.
Dude, that's awesome.
So yeah, here's our friends, and then here's kind of what it looked like. I mean, that's not what it looks like to your actual eye. Like that's kind of enhanced with editing and stuff. But I mean, if you like look at the like this area, just like the amount of stars that you're seeing, it's like insane. And you're seeing like, so the cool thing was there was a meteor shower that was ending that weekend. And so we saw a
Oh
decent
wow.
amount of shooting stars in addition to just that. So I only saw one because like they only pop up for maybe like a second and a half before they go away. So you
Yeah.
have to like already be looking at the right
And just catch
location
them.
and then just catch it. Yeah, like if once someone says like, "Oh, I saw one," by that time if you haven't already seen it yourself, you missed it. So it's just kind of luck. But I think everyone on the group saw a shooting star, which was cool. And yeah, like it was beautiful. And then this picture right here is Santa Elena Canyon. Have you been to Big Bend? Maybe I should have asked that first.
No, I haven't, man.
Okay, so this is Santa Elena Canyon. That's the Rio Grande right there. Um,
Mhm.
and it's beautiful. I mean, I think I just feel like as a Texan, like you should really try to go because
Yeah.
it's like really the only like national park that we have. I think there's one
Uh-huh.
other, but it's like half in like New Mexico and like half in Texas. So
Hmm.
this is like the only one that's just like full Texas, I think, and it's I think one of, if not the least traveled to national parks in the country,
Hmm.
just because it's the most remote. I think like maybe by far outside of like Hawaii or Alaska. I mean from Houston, Big Bend is 9.5 or 10 hour drive. So I mean
Oh wow.
Austin, that's like 7 hours probably.
Hmm.
And then it's like four or something even from El Paso. So it's like even from El Paso, it's not like super close. But it's a great
Yeah.
park, and the thing that kind of was unfortunate is that the time to see the Milky Way is best in the summer, but then that makes it like almost impossible to like just do like hiking and stuff because it's hot. So we didn't do a ton
Hmm.
of hiking. We did the hike at Santa Elena. It's kind of hard to tell in the picture, but if you look here, like this whole thing, there's like a route that you can kind of climb up here and then like go back
Oh wow.
down. And so we did the full hike here, and that's the only hike we did the whole trip. But it was like hot and pretty uncomfortable, but it was a lot of fun.
No, that's awesome, man. I think that's a one of the downsides of living in the city is you don't get to see like all light pollution. You just don't get to like see that every day.
Yeah.
Um,
But do you like going to national parks and stuff?
yeah, I hadn't really done very much, but Cynthia loves going to them. So like our drive back from we drove her mom's car back from California, so we stopped one in Tucson and then one in New Mexico, and then we did some on the trip to like when I went to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. We did a couple there in New Mexico, so we've done some
Nice.
of those.
Well, you should at
Yeah,
some point try to make it out to Big Bend if you can.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's been trying to get me to go there for a while. So
nice. Yeah, Vicky said that when she moved to Texas, that was like on her list of things she wanted to do, and so now she got to finally do that too. So yeah,
nice.
um, I'm rocking my Big Bend hat right now. If you can't tell,
Yeah, it looks good, man.
thanks. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We're gonna hear, I mean, in like about 10 minutes or so, we're gonna join up with the rest of the gang and do the draft randomizer. Um, so that'll be cool. Do you have a like a desired spot that you would like to like if you were be able to pick like what draft number you have, like what would you want?
Man, I don't like being like one or two is brutal
Yeah,
sometimes because you just like you pretty much have to pick who you're gonna have to pick. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean farther down's better for me.
Do you remember who your
What
first
about you?
round pick was last year? I think it was probably Jamar, because I know you had Jamar.
I think it was Jamar. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Are you gonna try to get him again if you're that high?
I don't know. Maybe, probably.
Hmm. How many other leagues
So
are you in this year?
I got one work league. That's all I can handle this year.
Yeah, dude, I'm down to one league, and it's great.
I know. I know. I kind of like. I really didn't even want to do the work league this year. So my brother's actually going to have to draft for me in that one.
Uh,
Um, so
nice. Well, this is the league that matters, so just remember that whenever you're trying to
exactly. No, that's what I'm
downsize.
saying. Definitely. No, this is the one that will matter.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's pretty much it, man. It was nice catching up with you. I miss you.
Yeah,
Hopefully we
man.
can see you soon.
Mm.
And I'll see you in another 10 minutes for the draft
All right, man.
randomizing. All right, see ya.
Sounds good. See ya.
All
I
right.
feel like pick
Bram,
5, you gotta
Bram.
give yourself an elite QB or an elite like wide receiver or running back.
Mhm.
God damn.
Oh,
Oh,
Wade's in the front. Oh fuck, my guy's going.
Wade's in
Why?
the front. Wade's in the front. Wade's in the
Mine
front.
is speeding up, dude. He's speeding up real
Michael,
slowly.
speed him up. Michael picking
No!
you up. It's that last.
Michael's taking
Jesse's
those
about to
Slow
be
speeds.
last.
down,
Jesse
bro.
last right now.
Slow down, bro. Slow
Oh,
down.
dude, everybody's like in the same place.
No, bro. Slow
Dude,
down.
What the fuck?
No.
oh, madre, turn on the mask.
Oh,
Put that
Jesse,
switch.
hit that
Turn on the
nose.
mask. Hit
Jesse's
that
Hit that
nose.
coming.
nose.
Jesse's coming.
Oh my
Oh.
god,
Oh
no, no,
shit.
no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Pulling back.
What am I doing?
What is
Hit
going
that
on right
nose.
now?
What's going on?
Oh, thank
Dude, this is
God.
crazy.
Thank
Pick
God.
it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it
Oh
up.
damn.
No,
Oh, I put my
I'm
weight in the
last.
back.
Mason's
I'm last.
taking.
Mason missed
Got
him.
it.
What?
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck?
Okay,
He was at the back the entire time.
what do you hit
Click the
to
trophy.
show
Click the
it?
trophy. Yeah, click the
I
trophy.
think we got like
Oh,
6 or
nine.
7.
Oh my
Hell yeah.
gosh.
It's got last bit.
Oh, Wade got a nice one, man. Fuck, I'm ninth.
Hell yeah.
Jesse, Michael, and Shin. What?
Dude, there's gonna be a lot of hoe in
Honestly,
this draft.
I
Fuck
would
this
rather be in the
game,
back
dude.
than have one of the first two. So
Yeah. Damn,
I'm about
Mason's
to
got the
smack
first.
your ass.
I think Mason had like one of the first picks last time too.
Dude.
Yeah.
His cheeks though,
Michael, did you
so
pick second last year or fourth?
I don't. I mean, we could find out. I don't know. I can't remember.
I was either second or third. I think you picked right after me, but I'm not sure.
I remember
I know
Tyler and
Tyler picked right after
Jesse
me.
were right next to each other because Jesse kept crying about it.
Yeah, because he's like reading my notes, man.
I'm gonna stop the recording.